Congrats on the win. I know the safety car was there, but your pace on the inters and the way you kind of looked after them, kind of set it up. How pleased are you with how it came out today?
Yeah, no, I was very pleased. Good start, good lap one, and the pace was good throughout. Like, obviously a bit of management with the inters, especially in the dirty air from Oscar. You have to manage quite a lot, but to have the pace as strong as it was at the end was perfect. It gave me the opportunity to still do a very good in lap before the safety car came out. But it's my luck here in Miami, so I'll take it.
No, I'm happy with the job I did, and had another good first lap. Controlled it reasonably well. I was not quite as quick at the end of the inters as I wanted to be, but I think I did enough to win the sprint, and just unfortunate with the timing of the safety car. So try and get ourselves together for qualifying and have a good month after.
Super happy. Because I was really struggling on the inters. I don't really know why we struggled so much on the inter tires, but things were just melting, and I was just sliding around. And the Williams was all over me. I thought I was going to go further back, and definitely at that point I was like, this sucks. I started sixth because I've kind of inherited a position, and then I'm going back to lose points. So I just rolled the dice, and when I came out on the soft tire, which I chose, car felt so much better. I was like, thank God. Maybe I should have done it a lap or so before.
Really happy. I feel like we, in these conditions, it reminds me of Australia, where we just do very calculated risks, and we chose the right moment. We were quick on track as well. I think at one point we were looking to get past Lewis. So very happy. Let's see. I think there's not much that we can learn from today or this morning for this afternoon, but really good points nevertheless. I think just getting these kind of points on the board is what we could have hoped for Sunday. So to get them earlier is very happy.
It was fun out there. I did want to pit a few laps earlier, but that was obviously quite high risk, and for a sprint race there's not really much reward. Even if you pull it off and you win the race, it's 4 points more than we got. So when I pitted 3 laps after I was calling for it, it was a little bit frustrating. Lost a few positions to obviously Lewis and Alex, but ultimately the sprint is a bit of a warm-up for quali, and I'm happy it was a bit more exciting than usual. Also, sorry for Kimi for what happened. That's just really unfortunate when he had a good opportunity today.
Yeah, great race, great strategy. It's just one of those that feels good that it all came together, a good start, and good call to go on slicks at the right time in the race. It was tricky for a couple laps, but it was definitely the right call. So happy with the result.
It was a good race, a really good start to the weekend. It was down to the first lap. Sometimes it happens where the gap's just open for you and you go sailing on through, and that's kind of what happened to us. So,
And on that moment with Fernando?
He came out on cold tyres, and I'd done a lap, so I was trying to get by him early in the lap. Made sure to get my wheels ahead at the apex when trying to overtake, and I feel I did that, and then I got squeezed off. So obviously not my intention, but I do feel like I had my wheels ahead.
Yeah, really happy after the disappointment of yesterday. Feels a bit different just going points in a row race, because now we have to reset and start again for qualifying. But I'm happy to bring home a good result for the team today, and hopefully the afternoon can go well as well.
Well executed, I guess. Obviously, when you far back, it's quite easier to gamble it. But at the same time, certainly first lap wasn't easy at all. Ideal case, I wanted to extend 2 laps, but I knew if I extended, other cars will come in, and if I'm not able to undercut other cars. So I think in the end was good, and I'm happy that I'm able to make it work.
Oh, I keep knocking out your phone. It was very disappointing. I think lap 1, turn 1 was a bit over the limit, the move. But it's good to know for the future, honestly. And then about the pit lane, was very unfortunate. Nothing to blame on Max because it just got released. So, he respected the order. And what I did is, as soon as I saw him coming out, I just tried to avoid the crash because, definitely it could have been a really bad accident for the mechanics. So happy nothing went wrong there, and yeah, now eyes into qualifying.
We're drying out track. Obviously, the intermediates, were wearing down. It was pretty sketchy at times, and yeah, everyone pitting around at the same time. And yeah, I think it was lap one wasn't great, and that was putting us on the back foot then.
Start like the launch was not good, so we need to have a look because compared to the Aston alongside me, it was quite poor, and then just the pace was not good enough, I would say. And then we pitted the worst lap possible. A lap before safety car was already too late. But if we had extended one more lap or pitted 2 laps before, I don't know, it would have been for sure better, but it's easy to say now.
Yeah, it was a frustrating race, unfortunately, just looking behind all the time. Just didn't have pace, a lot of understeer, struggling with braking, struggling with front end. We destroyed the tires after I think 5 or 6 laps. And from there on, there was nothing for us to really hope for. So yeah, good job on the team and on Ollie's side, to be able to score a point as a team. I think that's very good, obviously for us. But yeah, on our side, it will be a difficult weekend.
Not the easiest one. I think I should have pitted a bit before for the slicks. Stayed a bit too long. I think some drivers did that, and those that did it finished a bit in the back. It's a shame, but yeah, it's part of the learning. It's part of the game. Who knows? Without the safety car there, things could be different or not. But yeah.
Yeah, the Inter, I knew it was going to be a long way, most probably on that, so I did the best to sort of not push too hard on it and just stay a bit chill. And when it was going to get to that tricky area of the race in the last few laps there, we seemed to have quite a good bit of pace, a couple of seconds quicker than Hulk and Pierre ahead. But yeah, by the decision to move on to slicks, I think it was the right call. Difficult to choose if it was the right lap. It's never going to be. Just lost a bit of track position there, and unfortunately then we had the safety car. So yeah, we'll just switch our heads down to qualifying and try to make the most of that.
Yeah, I mean the race itself was pretty boring. There was not much going on for me, just doing my own thing, seeing the McLarens disappear and just keeping the gap to the cars behind. I think then the call, of course, I got the slicks was good. Could have maybe risked it a bit more, but in my position at that time in P3, you don't really need to do that in a sprint. But then, yeah, the pit stop, I mean, it was super clear, right, what happened. I don't even need to really explain it, it's super clear. So, yeah, it's not what you want to see.
Yeah, I think it was a good drive today, and yeah, unfortunately we stopped way too late, to fit the dry tires. So, yeah, I was fighting with Luis and Alex at one point in the race, and then we ended up fighting with Lawson behind. So, yeah, I think we missed an opportunity to score points, but I was driving my maximum.
Yeah, we basically been very quick all weekend, both in quali and in the race, in the sprint. But unfortunately, we're just making too many driver mistakes, one yesterday and one today, and too many operational mistakes. Again, one yesterday and one other one today, which means that we haven't got points. And today, with the pace I had, we should have easily been in the top 8. But it's how it goes. We still have the quali and the race to go, and hopefully we can put it together.
Frustrated, but at the end of the day, I can only blame myself for it. Going out with the Inters in those conditions was probably not the best choice, but on the other hand, these things shouldn't happen. I felt a bit like a passenger because it's in a straight line, and it's not like you are pushing in a straight line, so I was just cruising until I completely lost control of the car because of the aquaplaning, and I had no way out of it. So yeah, very disappointed. It's the way it is. Now I need to move on because there's a qualifying in a few hours, which I hope I'll be able to take part of. And if I do, then I hope we can recover from a difficult beginning of the day.